Hello everyone, my name is Ukonu Abasi, and this is the first episode of Ukonu's Corner. Ukonu's Corner is going to be a regular feature, a regular video that I'm going to be making, and I'm going to talk about a range of issues, mainly around Brexit, UK politics, and also commentating on some Nigerian politics and African politics generally, and just things that affect Africans in the diaspora and of course back in the continent. So let's jump right in. I'm going to talk a bit about Brexit, and full disclosure, I'm a member of the Liberal Democrats Party. I've just come back from our autumn conference in Brighton, and it was truly inspirational, very interesting, very rewarding. And the party's leader, Sir Vince Cable, set out a new vision for the party. Now, Brexit, as we know, is something that has been going on for the better part of 2 years since the vote in 2016, and we haven't yet figured it out. People have been talking about it, and Theresa May has been talking about how Brexit means Brexit and the Chequers deal and all the rest of it. I just think that right now Brexit is not going well. Brexit is absolutely not going well. So let's look at the main arguments of Brexit. We sort of had these arguments before, but I still think it's worth mentioning again. Now, the three issues that Brexiteers made the argument for Brexit was on sovereignty, on the economy, and perhaps immigration. Now, the sovereignty question, I think, is the easiest one to quickly dispel. The UK has always had sovereignty. Let's just be clear about that. Even the Brexit, the withdrawal bill states it clearly. We've always been sovereign. We've always been able to make our decisions. We've always had our parliament. The Queen's speech is not approved by Brussels. The Chancellor's budget is not approved by Brussels. The Council's programs and legislations that affect most of the things that we do every day is not approved by Brussels. All the devolved powers in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland are not approved by Brussels. We are a sovereign country. And if we were not a sovereign country, we couldn't have made the vote for Brexit itself. Think about that. We couldn't have had the vote if we were not sovereign. So let's not keep going on about taking back sovereignty when we didn't lose it. We've always had sovereignty. Okay? Right? Sorted. Control of our borders. Okay. We've always had control of our borders. We've always had that. We have a very strong border, and we've been able to control who comes in and who goes out. Freedom of movement, which probably what the Brexiteers were misinterpreting as uncontrolled immigration, is actually good for us. To the ability to come and go with 28 countries, the ability to trade, the ability to travel, work, study, live. That's freedom. Freedom is a good thing. You know, freedom is a good thing. Don't take away my freedom and the freedom of citizens of the United Kingdom and somehow say it's a good thing. It's not. Don't take away our freedom. Freedom of movement is a good thing. Every study has shown that immigration is good for this country, has been good for this country. Every credible study. So this continuous debate about, unlimited and uncontrolled immigration. We haven't had uncontrolled immigration. We've had immigration which is good for the country. That's what we had. Then the economy. I think that one again is very easy to dispel. Every analysis, every scenario of Brexit by the government's own analysts shows that Brexit is bad for the country. So when you think about all of this, you wonder, why are we still going ahead with Brexit? Why do we want to go ahead with something that we know is bad for the country? And it makes no sense to me. And then that brings us to the question of the people's vote. Brexiteers argue that, is going to undermine democracy, is going against the will of the people. Well, you can't go against the will of the people with the will of the people. If people make a vote, is their vote. I mean, if they vote a different way to how they voted 2 years ago, it's still the people. So the will of the people, this is just the new will of the people. And it makes sense actually to now, if we have clarity, if the government after their negotiations come back with a deal and say to the British public, this is the deal, I think we should have the option to look at it and go, yes, okay, we'll go ahead with this deal, or we'll say, no, thank you very much, we'd rather stay where we are. I think that's fair enough, and I don't understand how anyone can argue otherwise. I think that is a very sound argument and position to take. You look at what the real deals are, what is going to happen, what you have on the table, and you say, okay, I want to either go ahead or no thanks, I'll think I'm better off how I am originally, and we can call this whole mess off. So, let me know what you think when I share this video. We can have that debate, we can have a discussion, and next time we'll talk about something else. See ya. Catch you later.